ATLAS program is a health promotion and drug prevention program that focuses on performance-enhancing substances, including steroids, growth hormone, and supplements. It also focuses on alcohol and illicit drugs that could harm athletic performance.
Well, Athena is the younger sister of Atlas. Atlas was studied with boy athletes, and initially we weren't funded to study the girls. For girls, the issues are a little different, so we did an initial survey of 2,000 girls to identify what are we going to put into the curriculum.
Girl athletes are at a higher risk for depression and eating disorders. So in the Athena program, we have a depression prevention component. We also try to help raise their team camaraderie and their positive self-esteem. During the training, the coaches and the squad leaders and the kids meet in a group. So the coach facilitates and the kids actually teach the other kids. So we have 3 different workbooks. We have a coach manual, a squad leader manual, and a team workbook. And the coaches come to the training and they also play the part of an athlete. So they're also in this learning process, and they're learning things besides teaching the other kids as well. Some of the activities that we do in the Athena program are really hands-on. We have them look at advertisements from magazines that look at cigarettes, alcohol, and nutrition supplements, and they deconstruct the ads to understand what the message really is. The kids get to take with them an athlete's guide that they can keep with them at all times, and some of the things that we went over were, what are one of your favorite fast food restaurants? And so the kids got a chance to talk about some of their fast food restaurants and to look up in this little guide. It gave them the amount of calories and the amount of protein and fat in different food choices that they were making at fast food restaurants. We also have the girls circle a carbohydrate, put a box around foods that are mainly protein, and then put an X through high-fat foods so that they understand the difference between high carbohydrates, high-protein foods, and high-fat foods. And at the end of the training, we hold a competition. So what the kids do is they are in organized groups, and we ask them questions that pertain to what they just learned in the previous 90 minutes. And we put up an overhead and they're circled diseased body parts. So these kids learn about steroid side effects. And what we do is we play a game, and if they answer the question right, they get to throw a ball at the diseased body part. We are going to try to create a competition between the Rams schools and the other schools that are involved with different NFL franchises to showcase what these kids can do in terms of creating public service announcements. Some of the kids choose to do posters, some of the kids choose to do skits. It can be on anything that they've learned. So we've seen everything from skits on peer pressure avoiding steroid use, or different skits on the effects of steroids, also nutrition and strength training campaigns. We hope that those campaigns will help young people learn a little bit more about these issues from their peers, rather than adults creating the messages for them.
This is a new kind of paradigm. So usually health promotion was done in the health class, and there's drug and alcohol counselors who know about putting programs into health classes, but it's a new format for the sport team to be used as a vehicle for health promotions.
We talked to the National Football League about doing a program like this. They wanted to do a program, and then they spoke to the Rams and what 8 teams would be interested.
I think Atlas and Athena are excellent for high school athletes because they learn how to eat better, they learn how to strength train.
For the ATLAS program, what we found is there was less use of steroids, there was less use of athletic enhancing drugs and supplements as well. Reductions in alcohol and illicit drugs, and that included marijuana, narcotics, and amphetamines.
I think we take for granted, we think these kids are receiving this information somewhere along the line before they hit high school, whether in a health class or that their coaches are telling them this information, but we learn also from the coaches in the training. The coaches don't all know this nutrition information.
One of the rewarding things is bumping into kids who've been through the program before, or hearing from girls who are now coaches themselves saying, I want to use the program for myself.
After going through the training myself, I see that there are philosophies here that they can take with them for the rest of their life, as far as like psychologically, how to build self-esteem, how to take ownership of the direction of their life.
I've got a number of kids that weekly ask me questions about nutrition and their health and their diet, and they're trying to get bigger, faster, and stronger, and it's a good way to get the kids going, doing it the right way.
And it's peer initiated. Instead of coming from adults, it's peer on peer, and because of that, it should have great success.
I learned about the foods that we need to eat and like what really like the exercises that we think we're doing right and we're not really doing them right. And
we learned that like before you exercise, eating foods that are high in carbs help a lot.
My favorite part about the program was like learning like what steroids can really do to you. Like people say it was a bad thing, but like I didn't know it was like more detailed into everything that actually happened to you.
There's other ways to get bigger besides taking supplements.
Oh, good. My favorite part of the program were probably the skits because we got to like tell everybody what we learned and what we found out throughout the day.
I think it sends a really positive message to the rest of the school, and hopefully will help others think first before they engage in unhealthy behaviors.